All right. All right. Okay, 480p. I'm sorry, y'all. So, most of y'all seen it. By the way, if you're not following and you're viewing, hit that follow button. Um, exclamation mark W in the chat. It is an energy drink. You can mix it yourself. Exclamation mark W in the chat. You get 10% off on your order, bro. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Uh, Tallahassee Pain. If y'all don't know, that's like uh his like actual rap name, but it's been like shortened. It's been shortened. Tallahassee Pain. Uh, addressing the Tallahassee situation. Now, before I play this, like it's a long vid, so I'm gonna like skim over it. But I seen the whole thing, so like I'm gonna just like sum it up for y'all. Um, as I go through it. Um, 850 is shitty, and I'm not like I'm not dissing the actual like people of the 850. I'm talking about the higher ups, bro. The higher ups. That beat is going crazy, but I'm talking about the higher ups, bro. Like the police, the Democrats, the Republicans, the districts, and all that. Nigga, are you breakdancing that shit? Like they're shitty as fuck. They're shitty, and uh, I got a few like um friends that are like growing as of like social media and like music and shit. And one thing that I tell them all the time, yeah, that fish, I'm gonna need that fish. But one thing I tell them all the time, like, do not expect love from your city if you live in the 850. Do not expect love from your city at all. Because, for one, they're gonna shit on you. And number two, they're gonna act like they don't know you. And if you get super, super famous, super popular, they're gonna ask for shit that they don't deserve. They're gonna ask for shit that they don't deserve. Now, I am 24 years old. I'm from the 850, and I grew up on this nigga right here. I grew up on Tallahassee Pain. I grew up every single day listening to him, bro. But some of this stuff I did not know. As a local, there's tons of people that are like, well, T-Pain, he don't really come down here much. Like, he kind of blew up and left. Like that was our vision. That was our vision of him. But we still loved him. We still loved him. But we was like, damn, nigga, like where you at? Like I get it, like move out the hood and shit. I get that. It's like, damn, bro, where's this nigga at? After I saw this yesterday, he posted all this yesterday on TikTok. Well, actually, uh, it was on Instagram, and I was like, wait, this got to be on like TikTok or something. And so I went to TikTok, saw the whole thing. Some of this shit I did not even know, but some of this shit happened to some very well-known uh, um, individuals that I know. And I was like, bro, this happened to them too. What'd you say? Don't expect love from any city because anywhere you live nowadays, nobody supports you. The more you pop out, they want to act like they know you. Yeah. Yeah, these emotes on here is like, yeah, they're crazy, bro. Like super crazy. But yeah, one thing I could tell people, bro, like when you make it, don't expect shit from your city. Like don't expect nothing from your city. But like this was fucked up. This right here, I guarantee you 99% of people that live in the A50 did not know this.
What's good, everybody? First of all, and always, excuse the way I look. I just ate a bunch of Cheez-Its. I'm not trying to win the Best Teeth Award, so I still got whatever. Anyways, so guys, I want to address the Tallahassee stuff. I know, a lot of people from there was wondering what was going on, and I feel like I need to address this pretty quickly. Now, I'm going to warn you now, my story times get mad long, and I want to start from a pretty early on thing. So, this is going to be a couple parts. So make sure, I know, the people that are going to take this are going to try to condense it down and make it short. But if you really want to know what's going on and you really want to know what's happening, just watch all the parts. It's not going to be crazy. It's not going to be that difficult.
Yeah, y'all can go watch all the parts. I ain't going to watch the whole thing.
So, for the people that don't know, the people that's not from Tallahassee, there was some events that were happening a couple days ago, or I don't know when you're watching this video. There were some events that happened in Tallahassee that was celebrating 50 years of hip-hop. I was invited out for something that wasn't disclosed to a lot of people.
I'm sorry, T-Pain. We have a new Discord. Like it's all flushed. All organized, because lately I've been watching UFC fights on here, boxing fights, and like niggas like they'll jump on here and be like, bro, please show the fight. If you want to see shit like that, join the Discord. It will be up in the Discord. It's a new shit, new everything, bro.
And that's basically what I'm trying to clear up. But in order to clear up the present, I have to go back to the past, okay? Let's go back. Now, the first thing I want to address is the positive. The most positive thing that I've always held in my heart about Tallahassee is the people. There's never been really any people in Tallahassee that I've disliked or anything like that. I've had beef with about 4 or 5 people, which 39 years of living coming from Tallahassee, and beefing with only 4 or 5 people, that's an accomplishment, Y'all know how that goes. So, look, the people have always been there for me. So when I talk about these stories, when I tell you what's going on, when I say they and them, I'm talking about the higher ups, the people that are up there to make the decisions, the people that are in these situations that I'm talking to directly, that know exactly what I'm talking about. And if I get anything wrong, please feel free to make one of these yourself. So again, just to clarify, when I'm talking about them and those people and it's the people that's higher up, the people that's been calling my phone, the officials, the politicians, the people in the background that y'all don't really get to hear from because they want to stay in the back just in case anything goes wrong. Then they don't have to really take responsibility. But it's gonna all make sense in a second. So let's get a little history lesson. I'm going to leave all personal situations out of this. There's 1 gajillion personal reasons that things are like they are. But I'm just going to give you a few situations that you can look up yourself, and you can check the validity of everything. You can actually see these for yourself. So let's just get a few examples, just a few things, right? T-Pain Day. In Tallahassee, Florida, there are 2 T-Pain days. There's one in July and there's one in December. I was presented these.
Nobody knows about this. %. Nobody knows that there is 2 T-Pain days. Nobody until today.
Within the same year, 2006.
2006. They made 2 T-Pain days in 2006. Nobody knows. But guess who does know?
you know, these happened on stage. The mayor came up, commissioners came up, and things like that, and I was presented these things, right? Since that day that I was presented, well, the 2 separate days that I was presented those, since those days haven't been mentioned. Y'all ain't heard nothing about T-Pain Day ever again. It was kind of like a quick little picture opportunity. T-Pain's throwing this big concert, boom, boom, boom. Let's get the pictures. I got the plaques at home. Hold on real quick. You know what? Let me go get them. Boom. This is the first one. Let's say July, the record thing is in the way.
Nobody knew about this.
Proclamation, T-Pain Day. Fahim, T-Pain, Nigel Day. That's the first one. And then kabloom, there's the second one. Fucking December 7th, I think. Yeah, right. Yeah, December. Yeah, that. So boom, there you go. Another T-Pain Day. 2 T-Pain Days. Not a mention since then.
Nobody knows about this.
There is also a T-Pain Day in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Them people celebrate that day.
They have a T-Pain Day in Wisconsin because in one song he said Wisconsin. He says Wisconsin. And the word is like huge now. The word is huge. But they have a T-Pain Day. These niggas in Milwaukee shut down roads, shut down a whole bunch of shit and celebrate T-Pain. You celebrate a nigga from Tallahassee, Florida, all the way in Milwaukee.
They shut the city down. They let me throw a festival in their city.
Guess who doesn't celebrate T-Pain Day? 850, the Tallahassee. We didn't even know. We didn't even know.
Like, I passed through all kinds of stuff there. They're so appreciative of T-Pain Day and T-Pain, you know, putting their city on. Much like I do Tallahassee all the time. They're just so appreciative of it that they shut down roads. You can't get through certain traffic, certain major streets, stuff like that. Like, we have whole celebrations, and we've done it 2-3 years in a row already. So you can understand how I kind of don't see the comparison is just crazy. You know what I mean? Bottom line is, I just really felt shitted on. You know what I mean?
Okay,
but really only for the first like 4 or 5 years. Like, man, there's locations on you that fast. I was doing something earlier. That's fine. It's okay. Which brings me to Come to the Crib, the concert that I threw in Tallahassee. Now, this concert is where they presented me with one of the T-Pain Days. Now, mind you, one of the T-Pain Days is for the city, and one of the T-Pain Days is for the county. So, you know, they presented me with one of, I can't remember which one it was at the concert. About all these people there. I brought Twista, Bow Wow, Kanye West, Plies, just anybody I could think of, man. We had so many people there. It was a big lineup, and I thought it was a huge thing for the city. I didn't really get anything sponsored. I kind of paid for everything myself. I had some promoters in there with me, and, you know, there were just a lot of inner workings, but for the most part, it didn't really cost the city anything, and I just wanted to bring all of that to my city. I wanted to represent my city the best way I could. Did all that. Also, that night, on the stage, they gave me the key to the city. They gave me the key to the city. Now, mind you, I never left there with, like, an actual key or anything like that. Not that I think there's a physical key to the actual city. I never got anything for it. They just told me I had the key to the city, made me hold up this thing, and that was...
Now, if y'all don't know, when you get an actual key to the city, like, you're supposed to, like, there's like a plaque that they give you, and there's an actual, like, key on there. You can't take it off or anything. It's just an actual key.
That was it. I don't have, like, any kind of representation that I actually do have it. I don't have any documentation. There's no plaque. There's no, like, little tiny key that I can put somewhere. And the only reason I'm saying that is because New Orleans also gave me a key to the city, but I actually have the key. It's in my office down the road, but...
Once again, another city and state showing more love than the city you came from.
It's at my office on my desk. I actually have a key to the city.
Now, let me...
Life and, you know, just...
let me skim through this.
I grew up in Tallahassee for more than half of my life, and they didn't I just wanted like a little tiny little plaque that says this is real, or something that I can show other people in the city. They wouldn't honor anybody, they wouldn't do anything around to really show the kids of Tallahassee, like, man, this is
okay. So this the part when he had a bunch of vehicles with him. He had a Lambo, I think, or a Ferrari, and he just like drove it around the city just to show kids like, hey, this is what you can have if you work hard the right way. Because down here, bro, there's a lot of goddamn get money fast, blow it fast, crash out fast, live fast, die young motherfuckers. Like, there's a lot of them down here. And even back then, it was a lot worse. But it's still worse. But it's, you know, back then you couldn't tell nobody shit. And he drove around the neighborhood. Just drove around the neighborhood and
what can happen.
This
you know
happened.
what I mean? Driving around, I went to Walker Ford to look at the game room / computer room that I put in there. It was dope. It was I went around to different neighborhoods, and you know, some people liked it. Some people like, don't nobody care, bro. Like, get out of here with that, man. You trying to show off on it? You think you better than us? It wasn't nothing like that. But I drove the Lamborghini around the city. Now, after that concert, after all them people came and showed their love for Tallahassee, and I bought all this big concert in Tallahassee. When I got done, ugly crying, and you know, everybody congratulating me, my dad came to me and said, hey, man, the mayor told me that while you were driving around earlier in the Lambo, the sheriff ran your license, and they saw that you're driving on suspended license right now. So you can't drive from here to your hotel because they're going to arrest you. Okay, what? He said, yeah, you can't drive. They said if they see you driving that Lamborghini one more time, they're going to arrest you. And you.
So that happened. He wasn't driving recklessly. He wasn't doing any of that. He was just riding around in his Lamborghini with most likely like security or something, or like people with him. So they had no reason to run this nigga plate at all. No reason. Like, you gotta have a valid reason just to like run somebody plate.
They said they'll let me leave, but they're still gonna do something about it. This is after this. I felt the best I had felt in my life in a long time. I felt accomplished. I had an ugly cried in front of 10,000 people. You know what I mean? I'm like, Tallahassee, we did it. And then Tallahassee was like, nah, you going to fucking jail. So, yeah. So that was actually a big downer, man. And again, I felt shitted on. So basically, when I left, I was presented with a court date. I had a court date. I didn't know my license was suspended at the time, but they went and checked it, and apparently that was true. So they were able to send me to court. I had to go to court. I showed back up to court. From Atlanta, went back to Tallahassee for my court date. And, you know, the representative there on the other side for, you know, representing the city, she was like really yelling, like going in, like, we're going to make an example out of T-Pain, that nobody is above the law. He was driving on a suspended license, and we need to make an example that no matter who you are, no matter your status, we can't just let celebrities get away with things. And it was like a fucking headshot, bro. I was like, what? I didn't commit any crime. I didn't break any traffic laws. I didn't endanger anybody. I wasn't driving the Lamborghini super fast. I wasn't going crazy. I wasn't swerving. I wasn't doing anything wrong. They had no reason to run my license. They never pulled me over. They never could pull me over because I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't driving erratically. I wasn't doing anything to actually have the attention of having my license plate or my license run at all. So they just ran it because they didn't like that shit. We have to drop a dime on these niggas. I got shitted on. And this is his thing. And it wasn't even like real jail. It was night. I ain't even had to sleep in the jail.
Yeah. It wasn't like real jail. He just had to do some shit. Be in jail for like a couple hours, then go to a hotel for a week. Like they just wanted the the visual of T-Pain going to jail. Like that's all they wanted. Like just to make an example, like you can't do shit in this city, no matter who you are.
Drove back to Tallahassee by myself in a truck this time. The city representatives do that to politicians. They only do it to people immediately. Next day, the Take Your Shirt Off video. You guys remember my song, Take Your Shirt Off? We filmed that in Tallahassee. Now, before we filmed that video in Tallahassee, I had an idea. I wanted it to be like a college theme. I wanted it to be like, you know, fraternities, sororities. I wanted to be stepping and stuff like that. So who do I call? I called the officials, the up top people at FAMU, Florida A&M University. Yes,
that would have been huge,
because I want to
bro.
film my next Tallahassee video. It's a major release. This is being released by Jive. Like this is a major release. It's not like a side project or anything like that. This song went #1 overseas. Like, you know, it was crazy. I want to shoot this video at FAMU, the black college in Tallahassee. Absolutely. I want to shoot it at FAMU. Have the Rattlers in there, get all the frats in there, get the Marching 100 in there, get all that. Them people said, we listened to the song and you said titties in the song. So unfortunately, our university can't have anything to do with it. I said titties in the song, in an otherwise very clean song. They said I said titties in the song. So
if you actually listen to his songs, like most of his songs don't have cuss words in it, which is shocking. Most of his songs don't have cuss words in it. If it does, there's probably only one cuss word. Only one. So hold on. Yeah, most of his songs don't have cuss words in it. But this happened to an artist like recently. I think it was correct me if I'm wrong. Boston Richie, I think. He tried to do a video at FAMU and they shut it down. Like they was like, yeah, no, we ain't having that. Like they'll listen to the song and then like they'll decide and they'll be like, nah, we don't want that. But at the same time, Boston Richie gave them money or something. And like the head of FAMU said some slick shit. He said, yeah, T-Pain used to come around and stuff, but nah, he moved up to freaking Atlanta, and now we don't have T-Pain no more. This is exactly why you don't have T-Pain no more. Y'all just A50 is just like a shitty area, bro. It's a shitty area.
They couldn't be involved in it. FAMU shut me down from shooting a video at FAMU because of the word titties. Now, what's my next option? I gotta call FSU because I still wanted to be a college theme and I still want to shoot.
Now look what happened after FSU, bro.
I called FSU, Florida State University. They said we reviewed the song and we would love to have you. Come on up. You can shoot it anywhere on campus you want. Shoot on Greek Row. Do whatever you want to do. We just love to support. Go ahead, man. Do everything. Do whatever you feel like you need to do. You get your ass on up here and you come film.
Oh, I shaved, y'all. No hair. No hair. My bad.
This video, we'd love to have you. It's amazing. So we came up and shot. Of course. FSU invited us. FAMU shut us down.
That's even bigger though.
I felt shitted on by my own people. Then at the end of the night, the moon let me film in there. You know, we had like an after party set, but they also let us film a lot of the video in there. So shout out to the Moon. You know, MBZ set up the corner store on the west side. So I appreciate that. Shout out to MBZ. You already know what it is. Man, we had a lot of fun, and that was a huge video for me, and it was a huge song like that. Like I'm going on tour in Australia, starting in January. And that is my biggest song in Australia. That song is the reason I can tour in Australia. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, I couldn't even film a video at the school my dad went to, that my mom went to, that my wife went to. My whole family went to FAMU, and they was like, nah, you said titties, bro. We don't want you over here. Get out of here with that. Not titty. No titties on my watch. That I was also paying for. I felt shitted on. As a kid, and you know, once I figured out those colors don't really show up in a lot of outfits together, then I had to move on to a new style.
Now this is crazy.
Yeah, again, I felt shitted on. Works for her to go last, so we.
Okay.
I'm not coming back. You know, it's over. I'm not coming back. They said, well, logistically, she's bringing a band. You're not. It just works.
Okay, let me just say. So there was a huge concert in Tallahassee. There used to be big concerts in Tallahassee. Like, I just want y'all to know that. There's also used to be huge concerts in Panama City and Panama City Beach. Now I'm gonna get over to them in a little bit, but there used to be huge concerts in Tallahassee. The headliner was Fantasia. Great artist, great artist. The headliner was Fantasia. T-Pain, he was supposed to open up for Fantasia. So T-Pain, he pretty much said, yo, like, this my home. I ain't been here in so long. Like, can I go last? Like, can I have the last set? At first, like, they weren't gonna give it to him until he showed up. So he showed up. I was like, okay, you can go last. Fantasia went first. The band went first. He went last. And this happened.
Her to go last,
I didn't know any
so we
of
can
this.
just set the band up last, and then we take the band. Oh, you know what? That works. Okay, how about this? But then I get there, and automatically they can switch it now. I found out why they wanted to do that. They let Fantasia go first. She did an amazing job. I got on stage and got through half of my show. They just cut my show. They cut my show dead in half. Cut the lights off, cut the mic off.
My jaw dropped when I saw the video.
And just started walking around the stage, just like unplugging stuff, just wrapping up stuff, and not paying attention to me at all. Like, literally ignoring me. I'm like, bro, what's going on? We done. And they just wrapping up cables while I'm still on stage performing. You know what? I'm gonna show you the aftermath of what happened. I'm gonna show you what happened after.
Check this out.
But for some reason, Tallahassee do not fuck with me when it comes to these shows. No, y'all do. But their business and shit. Their business and shit. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know why. I don't know why they do this. But I can tell you, this is why nobody fucks with Tallahassee. Because they do that shit with people that Tallahassee really give a shit about. All I'm trying to do is, no. Talk about it, nigga. Talk about it, my nigga. All I do, look, hold on, no. Look. All I do every day of my life is show Tallahassee love. And then when I come home, this is the shit I get. So this is why I ain't been back in so long, because I knew this shit was gonna happen. So yeah, again, I felt shitted on. I got shitted on in my own city.
It still makes me mad when I see that. I'm trying to. I think I can summarize like the rest of the video.
Phone call in the morning from my dad.
This recording is pretty long. So after this, he got a phone call from his dad saying, hey, the uh, block that you grew up on, they want to name it after you. And so he got excited. He said, okay, yeah, name it after me. Name it after me and everything. So they was going through the process. It was a sketchy ass process. Kind of found out they couldn't change it right away. They gotta wait till like January or February. But they still wanted him to come down to Tallahassee for no reason. And come to find out, the reason they wanted him to come down to Tallahassee, because they had this like 50 years of hip hop thing going on. And they brought a bunch of niggas from other cities, but not T-Pain. And they were trying so hard to drag him down to Tallahassee, but he was like, no, y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up. So yeah, that's y'all shit. Flyers came out. There's a big ass T-Pain in the back with prayer hands, like he's gonna perform and shit. He's not performing. So he was like, yo, change the flyer. Like, y'all not fooling me. I've been doing this like way longer. Like, y'all aren't fooling me. I was like, yeah, sure, we'll change the flyer. Never change the flyer. So instead of giving him the street, they put a sign. They wanted this sign on the road that just says T-Pain. All I said was T-Pain. Like, that's not, like, like, what? Like,
And I'm like, absolutely. I just saw E40.
Yeah, this the street.
Like, I've been hitting everybody on emails that you gave me from the phone calls. Haven't heard anything back.
So if I
told me about the 50 years of hip hop, so they said, yo,
he's like, that's a long segment.
Is this 50 years of hip hop thing happening?
Okay, this is a sign.
That's,
if I can, that's a sign. It's kind of like, not saying inverted and everything, but like, y'all can tell. Like, that's a sign.
Yeah. It just says Ridge Road, City of Tallahassee, T-Pain. That's not changing the name of the street to me. You know what I mean? Not to sound like a dick, but that's not.
Yeah, that's
so
a sign. So
they try to say, you know, nah, man, it ain't like that. Let us try to see what we can do, man. Boom, boom, boom. And then obviously they couldn't do anything. They just said, we can't do anything. And then they say, okay, how about this? We're going to honor you that night. And I'd say, well, I appreciate it, but there's people doing that all over the country. All on my feed every day. I'm seeing we having a T-Pain appreciation night. We're doing this T-Pain tribute. I run through all those situations from the previous parts of why I haven't come back to Tallahassee and how many times I got shitted on by Tallahassee, and they listened to it, which is, I appreciate that, thank you. And then at the end they were like, man, we didn't know any of that. We didn't, bro, when did all this really happen? And I showed them pictures. I showed them that video of them cutting the shit off on me. I showed them everything. And they were like, you know what? We need to get the mayor on the phone because he needs to hear this from you. I can't believe Tallahassee done did that stuff to you. I can't believe that. They show this outrage. And then they get the mayor on the phone. Then the mayor comes on like, hey, man, I'm white as can be, but I love me some T-Pain. I'm like, thank you.
You didn't have to say that.
White people like my music, too. I don't just make black music. But nah, it was cool, man. Mayor was cool. And, but it was basically the same thing. Please come down here. And then everybody was on the phone trying to get me to, your struggle, man. And, we want people to know that when you come back to Tallahassee and, if you hard work and you make it out of Tallahassee and you come back, that you'll get honored. And I was like, yeah, but all the work I done did over the last 20 years and everything, I really don't want the message that after you do all that coming from Tallahassee, when you come back, that you can get a sign. I don't want that to be the message to the kids. Because right now, they can just act a damn fool on TikTok and click one button and be famous the next day. and be famous for a long time and start making money immediately. You want them to wait 20 years to come back home and get a sign? I don't think that's the message I want to put out there, man. I think we can do a lot better. There's a lot of things that we can do. So I'm sorry, I still got to decline. I appreciate it, Mr. Mayor. And the mayor said, yeah, you know what? I feel you, man. That's where I can bring this this gaming slash computer should look to role models.
Okay, this is one part. So he didn't want to travel down there for the 50 years of hip hop thing, the concert, the sign, and all that. So they had an article come out. If y'all don't know, Tallahassee is Florida's state capital, and also Panama City is known as the most beautiful beach in Florida, in America, in the world. I don't agree. But like, that's the name. The most beautiful beach in the world. That's what Panama City name is known for, pretty much. It used to be known for Spring Break, MTV Spring Break, BET Spring Break, VH1, all that. That's how big Panama City was. But I'm gonna explain why nobody knows about Panama City now after all this. But Tallahassee has an article just like Panama City does. And in this interview, they pretty much interviewed every chairman in Tallahassee. They said they had all these positive things to say about T-Pain, but they decided this was more clickbait.
Such as Procter and Commission Chairman Nick Maddox, and not celebrated rapper, entertainer, and investor T-Pain. I don't know why investor was one of my descriptions. That was just fucking weird. But it goes on. He says, I think when we talk about role models in our community, I think we're setting the bar really low, Kevin said of T-Pain, a native of Tallahassee, where his career was launched as a teenager. I listened to T-Pain growing up, and I know some of those lyrics, and I don't think some of those lyrics are going to positively influence kids in our community. I'm very used to dealing with criticism and people feeling like that, and especially if they're like a politician or anything like that. Yeah, you have to say stuff.
I just want to say this as an artist, bro. If you listen to T-Pain and like you listen to any other artist around here from then till now, T-Pain is the least of your worries when it comes to like things being said in music. The least.
Stuff like that. I understand that. What I didn't understand is when I brought up the article on the phone when they called me back, like, hey man, I know you saw the article. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I'm really not coming now. Now you know I'm not coming. What really got me about that article is after I said, I'm not coming, they was like, listen, man, they interviewed like 3 to 4 people about you coming. And that's the only thing they put in there. They only put that negative one in there. Everybody else spoke very positive about it, but they only put that one piece in there. That's what fucked me up. Tallahassee's #1 news outlet just shitted on me. I got shitted on again by Tallahassee. The straw that brought the camel's back. I was like, I'm 100 that quote in there. They only put, if you're going to put it there, also include the other stuff. That's all I'm saying. Then they try to guilt me, saying that there's going to be a lot of kids real mad over T-Pain's absence due to the commission. What? And they say it's punishing the kids. They tried to guilt me into giving them an interview so I can give them more fuel for their fire. Not once. I don't give back and keep getting shitted on willingly, knowing what's going to happen every time. And I just...
All right. So, let's Tallahassee. Now, let me talk about Panama City, bro. So, Panama City, when I was growing up, used to be huge. super huge, bro. Tallahassee, I mean, Panama City Beach. Panama City was the shit. It was the #1 spot for celebrities, bro. The #1 spot. It was so huge that MTV, BET, VH1, they all hosted spring break events down here. Club La Vila, if anybody ever heard of that, is shut down now, I believe. But that was very huge for artists, for major artists. I'm not talking about small artists, I'm talking about major artists from the Britney Spears all the way to Lil Wayne's. Like it was up there. It was up there. But then politics happened. And politics happened. They started cracking down on these artists. The people at Panama City Beach, like they were like, "Hey, this is getting too big. Shut it down." And instead of being what Miami is now, we are a family friendly beach, which they still aren't. But they the vision, like if you go down there, is you be like, oh, this family friendly. They're not. They're not. But they're like, we're gonna be this family friendly beach. Everybody get the fuck out. And if you don't get the fuck out, you're going to jail. It was pretty much that, bro. Police, way more strict, super strict, unnecessarily strict. Chairman, like, it's ridiculous of how, like, they really sucked the life out of Panama City Beach, out of the A50. Like, it's sad, bro. It's sad. I'm gonna find the video just to see if I can, like, find the video on here. About the rise and fall of Panama City. But yeah, it's sad. It's sad, bro. It's sad. Famous Dex came down here one time. He said, "Fuck that. I'm not coming down here anymore, bro." And I understand. That's why I tell people, bro, from around here, if you get big, don't do shit down here. And we understand. When I make it big, I was gonna do some shit. I was really gonna do some shit down here. For the better. Like not just some like eventful shit. Like I was gonna do some shit that's like it will stick for a while. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that. If it's still like this, when I make it, I don't think I'm gonna do anything. Not around here. But yeah. Sad. Very sad.